Yeah, let's dig it up.
Good evening, hello there. I am Gordon Williams, aka the Clodfather. I'm not going to try to do the impression. I've been trying for ages and it just doesn't work. This is just an introduction to my channel, Metal as Anything. Interesting story about that. One of my favourite songs is Live It Up by Mental as Anything, which is famous for being Crocodile Dundee. And so I am known as the Clodfather, Metal as Anything. Here's my introductory for my channel. Not going to try to be one of those people that will preach to you and tell you how to do things, because I am very much a novice, learning all the time. But yeah, I'm not going to be one of those people that's going to, maybe with time I might give you some hints and tips on how to do things. More importantly is please do subscribe to my YouTube channel, Unwinning Entertainment. The very great Phil Unwin, who is making all his wonderful videos at the moment and has included me in the mix, which I'm really grateful for. So do just subscribe to his channel. Might not always be your cup of tea, but failing that, I do have a Facebook page. Just write in Metal as Anything, and you can be able to pop your finds up or some interesting stories and anecdotes. It'd be great to have a community that we can talk to. Only got 26 members at the moment. I've only just started though. So one thing, I know I've been talking to a lot of new detectorists that are joining the Cambridge Metal Detecting Club, so there's a little bit of a plug there, which I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys after all this terrible lockdown. Yeah, there's a few people on there that are struggling to get permissions, and you're not the only one. I spent ages. I've been metal detecting for over a year now, and it's finally starting to come together in terms of getting permissions. The one thing you've got to do is just keep plugging away. Write letters. Letters are a good thing for me. They always work for me. A little bit nervous on the phone or speaking to people face to face, but once you've set the stone with a letter, sometimes you do get replies, most of the time you don't. Don't be disheartened by that. It will come, it will come. One thing that I did use, a little bit of a plug here, it's a very old book, but this, I don't know if you can see that, Permission Impossible by David Vinaneva. I'm probably not pronouncing his name correctly, but this is a fantastic book. It's got it's a little bit dated, but it's got loads of ideas of how to go about getting permissions. It's got a template for a letter, which is always very useful. Lots of information, lots of tips. A couple of quid from Amazon. Recommend you get that. Anyway, just going to say thank you to a few people really who helped this come along the way. Got to thank you to Phil Unwin of Unwinning Entertainment, the master, the director, the chairman of the board. He's the one that's coming up with all these ideas of making channels, etc, and he encouraged me to do this. So I thank him a lot for that. Secondly, there will be a few people down the line that will help me, notably David Unwin, who's a fantastic illustrator, dab hand on the computer and drawing, etc. He's going to be doing a few bits and bobs for me in terms of making myself as a caricature for my title pages. I'm going to be really grateful for him for doing that. And also just people along the line. There's a couple of people that have joined my Facebook page who are, you know, experienced YouTubers. Mike Kane of the Metal Detecting Channel UK. Really appreciate you joining up, and I hope that, you know, with time, yeah, you feel you can contribute. I know we live in different parts of Britain, but it would be nice. And also Lisa Jones of Norfolk Detects. fantastic channel as well. She's starting out as well, so you know, really good to have some experienced people on hand to give me hints and tips and maybe make my content a little bit more exciting. Who knows? Along the way there will be opportunities to show you my finds and actually do live digs. Just over there at the moment, is my new Nox 600. It's charging. Really looking forward to having a go at that. Currently I'm using a Garrett 400. Kind of got used to that now. Got used to all the bells and whistles on that. I found some really good stuff. I don't know if you saw on my initial introductory video. That was a Roman coin I found recently on one of my permissions. I will show you that in big detail, in some greater detail later on, because I feel I cheated you a little bit out of it, because the recording was so bad that you probably couldn't see any of the details on the Roman coin. So I will show you that later. And again, the reason why I am doing this channel is there's 3 reasons why I like metal detecting. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail. A lot of it's very personal. I've had a lot of things happen to me last year, as we all have. 2020, bit of a nightmare. And metal detecting has been a fantastic release for me. It's really helped me in my mental health. I've always been a bit of a nature boy, not Ric Flair, so you can add that little clip in Phil later on. Well, I'm not Ric Flair.
About that announcement? Over my dead body! I've got too much juice left! Woo!
But I do like nature. I do like being outside. There's always something really reassuring and comforting about being out with nature. So that is a big plus for me. I've got a real keen interest in history, always have since I was a kid, and the opportunity to find things, relive the past, and find, just things that people have used. It just becomes really fascinating of how those people lived. Why they did this, all that factor really. So mental health is a very there's a lot of links between that and metal detecting. Know that Chris Rogers of Addictedtobleeps has done a little spiel on that on YouTube, which you should check out, about the sort of like the benefits of metal detecting linked with mental health. A lot of people with PTSD, ex-forces people go into metal detecting because it's a way of releasing themselves from sort of mental turmoil, etc., etc. So I can fully advocate the fact that metal detecting is a fantastic way of curbing mental health problems, from my personal perspective. Might not be for everybody, and also to be one with nature is a very, very important thing. There is a social aspect to it, which is quite strange. At the moment we're in lockdown, as everyone knows, and depressing. But and the situation is that you're only really allowed to detect locally and on your own, which is a little bit unusual for me. But there is social aspects to metal detecting. I started out when I was initially metal detecting, doing group digs. So there were organised group digs before lockdown. You could go along there, pay a few quid, and off you go, and you just basically go on some land that you've never been on before, and just hope for the best. And problem is with me, I do get a little bit too interested in actually doing the metal detecting rather than actually talking to people. Sorry, it'll pick me up. But I was really fortunate to meet someone called Andy Wright through the group digs, in fact Pink Well East, and I was really fortunate to sort of like become friends of him. He lives local to me, and we now share a big permission, and it's just really great to talk to someone about metal detecting. I enjoy his company, and I hope he enjoys mine. We'll see. Who knows? But the thing is, it is a really nice social aspect to it as well. And I recommend, if anyone just wants to go out there and meet people, there's not really a lot of pressure to go mingling straight away. But you do get to start to know people. It becomes a little bit of a network, and I'm hoping that through this channel and my Facebook page that will happen. More and more people get to interact with each other, you know, give us their stories, their advice, their tips, and make it a really big integral community. Really interesting. That would be great. And the fact that I do have my own theme song, very unusual. Again, Mental as Anything, Live It Up, band from the 80s, remember them? Crocodile Dundee. Yeah. You never thought you'd hear that in a metal detecting video, but you have. Yes, basically they have influenced me to do my own song, Metal as Anything, Live It Up. Oh, no, it's not Live It Up, it's Dig It Up. Dig It Up. So yes, Dig It Up. So yeah, I've got to thank Ross Martin for doing that. He spent a good deal of time doing all the music for it. He sang a good majority of it. I wrote the verses, so you've got someone to blame there. And Phil produced and wrote the chorus as well. Sorry, that's my hamster there.
He's in the corner banging up the sink.
Oh
no! But never mind. Yeah. So I really like to thank him for his expertise and his passion with music. We've made a really fun song, so I hope you really enjoy that as well. So, why do we metal detect, or why am I metal detecting? Well, I've told you about the mental health benefits, the fact I'm one with nature, the fact there was an influence for years and years when I was a kid. I've got a really cheap metal detector given by my parents, yada yada yada. Trying to go into places where I shouldn't be going, which is a big no-no now with metal detecting. You must always make sure you get permission on any land that you go on. But when I was a kid, yeah,
I'm a little bit weird.
To try to find stuff with very little success. Starting to turn that curve now, making it a little bit more interesting and finding stuff, which is great. But I've always had an affinity with the great outdoors and mud. That probably stemmed from the fact that once my friends, when I was a kid, decided to make me walk out into a really muddy field, stand in the middle of the field and pretend to be a scarecrow. Now, I was 3.5 stone soaking wet. I was a tiny, spindly little thing, which you wouldn't believe now. And I got stuck in that field, and my friends naturally laughed and were going to leave me there, which was lovely. So I had affinity with mud, crawling my way back from the field. Eventually they came and helped me, you know, that's nice. But there you go. So, you know, I'm willing to make a fool of myself as well on video. So, you know, you've got that, which is really good. Yeah, so I hope you really do enjoy these videos. You know, there will be some comedic elements to it. There will be hopefully some factual stuff. Eventually my knowledge will be there to help and to inform. The great thing is with this group, especially with a Facebook group, if you're experienced and you know stuff, then please do share it with me. You know, we can share it amongst each other and help each other out. That'd be fantastic. We are in lockdown, national lockdown. COVID is rife everywhere. I work for the NHS and I have had some personal experience with working with COVID. It's very hard, very hard on everyone. You know, big thumbs up to all the people that are working really hard, especially in the hospital that I work in. But yeah, so everyone is really speaking about looking forward to the future. Looking forward to the future. Let's have a bright and honest future. That is great, and obviously that's what we want, especially for metal detecting. We want to get out there on group digs, meet people, discover new things with your friends. You know, that's the most important thing. But the great thing about metal detecting is you can relive the past. What do they say in the Detectorists? You're like time travellers, which I think is really fantastic and fascinating. Why not learn from the past? I always get nostalgic about certain things, and you'll see probably in some of the Phil's future videos, etc. He gets nostalgic about things. What's wrong with reliving the past, seeing how things went right? as well as went wrong. And I think that's a really great thing about metal detecting. You get to discover these things and pop these things in your hand of functional items, you know, items that help with war or help with hunger, or you know, these real tactile things in your hand that had a meaning and a relevance and importance to those people. So I believe that learning from the past is just as important as learning from the future. Sorry, that was a little bit philosophical. Well, it was an attempt to be philosophical. It's a little bit too late in the evening for that now, and Mr. Moretti is helping me along my way. That's probably the closest link to the Clodfather that I have. It's an Italian beer. I am a quarter Italian, can't speak a word of it, and obviously I can't do the impression. I'm not going to try again, so that's important. Anyway, all I want to say is, if you are out there metal detecting, be safe, be considerate, follow the rules, or you know, just keep going. I'll be out there as well, trying to do as many videos as I can, trying to entertain you and myself. But I'm not going to lie to you, it does do me some good to do these videos. Sorry about the messy room. I am a typical metal detectorist. I am literally sitting in front of loads of stuff that I haven't cleaned or worked through. I've got cleaning cloths everywhere. I've got vinegar. I've got it all. I've got it all there. And do you know what? I love it. I love it. I love metal detecting, and I hope that passion will show through in my videos and in my contributions on Facebook. A lot of really exciting things coming along the way. I'm in talks with people that are experienced YouTubers and are experienced detectorists, and I'm hoping to make some videos with them soon. They will give the artistic and professional quality to it. But again, I want to stick with the philosophy that my stuff is there for purely entertainment. I will be doing some videos soon with my Nox 600, hopefully if the weather stays okay. That will be funny because I've never used the machine before, so that will be entertainment in its own right. Hopefully it won't end up with me launching it into a bush, which I don't really want to do. I might do some videos with my Garrett 400, which is my machine, well, I call it Bumblebee mine machine. I've got to think of a name for my Nox, so if you can come up with some names for my Nox, that'd be brilliant. Just post them in the comments below, or anything. I was thinking Councillor Cox from Leeds and Mortimer.
Right. Hello! Councillors Cox and Evans here with details of a new proposal.
So, you know, if you can think of some names, that'd be brilliant. And then obviously the big reveal will occur. If there's anything I've forgotten, obviously I probably will talk to you about it through the other videos, and also I will show you a close-up of the Roman coin, because I felt I cheated you with my amateurish recording on the pilot. So hopefully I can show you a nice how much it's actually. I've given it a good old rub with distilled water and a little bit of olive oil. I think it's come up a treat, so I will show you those pictures and pop them on there. All I want to say to you is enjoy it, stay safe, and hopefully we'll be back to normal soon. Lots of group digs, lots of fun, enjoy it. And all I really want to say to you is, of course, you must dig it up. Thank you very much. I'll see you later.